This video is intended as a review or discussion of Immanuel Kant's critique of pure reason. And specifically, the most interesting part of the book is the four Antimonies. The first one is a discussion in regards to space and time. And the question is whether it is has a beginning or does not have a beginning. And basically, I'm just going to give my opinion right out front. Is The question is, if it had a beginning, it would be limited. Uh, if it has no beginning and always existed, it would be unlimited and infinite. And just our common sense, in my mind, says that there is no beginning to the universe and that it is unlimited. And this is the most important one, in my opinion, as it relates to the other four, because once you take a position on this one, the others seem to carry through. The second one is in regards to uh, atomism. The question is there a smallest simple part that makes up uh, the universe and matter? Could we find a smallest, unique, simple part that makes up matter? Through what we know about the infinite regress, we know that we could never get down to the smallest simple part. So that means that there is no smallest simple substance or part to matter or the universe or to anything. And this is just such a unique concept. Um, this discussion of, well, does it really come from nothing? Or is it just that there is something everywhere? Um, Going back again, that the universe, if we accept this one, that there's no beginning and everything's unlimited and infinite, so this concept of, does it really come from nothing, or is it just one big infinite uh, something everywhere? It's just kind of a unique thing. But for sure, there is no unique, smallest, simple part. So this absolutely doesn't make any sense to me. So there's something either everywhere, or there is no simple part. And another way of saying that, it comes from nothing. Kind of a play on words. So continuing on, um, if we went back here and said that there was a beginning to time, and there was a start and an end to things, and that it was a limited universe, then this cause and effect world that Newton came up with would make sense, that everything has a cause from the beginning, the first mover, cause and effect would carry out. But if we don't take that, and we say there's no beginning, that is where freedom comes in. That the universe is completely free um, from this cause and effect world. So this is kind of hard to understand, because so much of the material world seems to be this cause and effect um, situation. But when you put in the human mind, um, then there's a free will and freedom that seems to break out of the bounds of that. So this one is um, almost like a dual aspect to the universe, but as it relates to the human mind and a free will, um, it seems to break out of that. And then that leads to the fourth one: is there a God or not? And if you again accept that there is no beginning, how could something have a beginning as far as the entirety of the universe. There's always going to be something prior, and whether you say that's God or um, or or whatever, or just the universe has always existed. Um, if the universe always existed, it would not require God. There would not be this necessary being that needed to create the universe, to put things in motion. So if there's no beginning, it would go back to, it would seem that there would be no God. So that's just the most interesting part of the book, and the biggest questions of metaphysics that people seem to be going round and round on. And the interesting thing about what Kant ultimately came up with is that all of this is transcendent and unknown through the human mind. So to me, yeah, I guess I agree with that, but you still have to have an opinion on this, and he did as well. But um, just logic, again, to me, it is known. There is there is no beginning. The universe always existed, always will. Um, something of this totality. Um, this seems so obvious. There cannot be simple parts. We know there's freedom, free will. You can do whatever you want. And that, because of all these, goes back to the existence of God makes no sense, especially when you consider things like, why is there evil in the world? Um, things seem to happen out of mere chance, that don't make any sense. Um, so that would just seem to explain that just a lot better if you go with that the universe always existed and always will.